Hi guys. Guy, today's topic is one of those nashindangwa nianze wapi. Karibuni sana, thank you for joining me. Karibuni sana, sana. Fridays are usually like my favorite days, like just knowing I'll come here and have people talk to me and just, have a conversation. That's exactly why I am so excited. Hi Jimmy, karibu sana, thank you for joining me. Yeah, so today's topic is fire. And it's fire because I feel like talking about it is like what do I mean? I don't even know. I myself do not even know where I stand with this topic. Honestly, I don't know how I feel. And yeah, I'm a very liberal person. I am a very pro-choice person, but this is a topic that anybody will be scared of. Anyway, karibuni sana. Hi Mtu Silva, karibu sana. Martha Joseph, karibu sana. Samsam Jenga, karibu sana. Thank you for joining us. How have you been? Wiki yako imekuwa aje? How has your week been? Okay, that's usually the first 1-2 minutes. I need to hear people talking, know people are in the house and they're waiting for this conversation. So yeah, karibuni sana. Luke, karibu sana. Thank you for joining us. Alice Maina pia, karibu sana. Thank you. Jay Brian pia, karibu sana. Thank you for joining me. This conversation was triggered by the viral conversation, the viral red table talk. So yeah, it's a really world class, like global conversation. It's a global conversation. Otherwise, mmekuaje? How have you been, guys? I really missed you. Hi Francis, karibu sana. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, I'm just excited because I want to psych myself up. I'm not excited because it's an interesting subject. I'm excited because I am scared to even talk about it, Yeah, so how have you been, guys? Wiki yenu imekuwaje? Mine has been good. Okay, so I am hoping everyone in the house, the week has been good. Please let me know. So mwanangu anasema hi back. Thank you for joining us. Baraka, you are amazing. So thank you for joining us. Virginia and Jerry, karibu sana. Thank you for joining us as well. J Brian anasema damn girl, what's up? What's up, Brian? Ni topic ni moto. Please share this live as much as you can because I want to hear as wide comments, as many opinions as possible. Okay, so this conversation or this topic was suggested to me by one of my viewers, one person who follows me like all Fridays, and he was like, everyone is calling Jada. Okay, let me go back and start by introducing where it came from, in case any of you didn't see this. So Will Smith, the famous Will Smith from the movie Search for Happiness, something, I don't know, he's an actor. So that famous guy Will Smith and his wife Jada Pinkett Smith, I think that's how it's pronounced, I don't know, but last week they were having a conversation where she was trying to explain to him about an affair she had at a point in their marriage when they thought they were breaking up, kitu kaa hiyo. Okay, so the reason it actually went viral is because the story didn't come from the madam herself, like Jada. It came from the guy she had an affair with. Okay, so should I even call it an affair or an entanglement? An entanglement, like she called it. Anyway, thing is, at this point when she's talking to her husband, she's trying to explain what was going on between her and that other guy. So this other guy is a musician, I understand. So why is his name disappearing just when I'm live? So that guy is apparently 27 years old and they had a thing for several months, I guess, before Will and his wife got back together. Okay, so that is the backstory of this conversation, and people there was this backlash against Jada and calling her a cheat, calling her CJ a prostitute, CJ she had Will Smith, and then there was also the other side who was saying CJ Will Smith permitted her to have that affair. It is just such a complex situation, but to narrow it down to today's topic, I wanted us to talk about. So Will says it's okay, or Jada says it's okay that she had that affair. It helped her think. It helped her realize how much she wanted to be with Will Smith, okay? So the conversation of today centers around that, okay? The fact that they were married, I think since 1997, so that's around 23 years old, marriage. Okay, and at some point they thought they were gonna divorce, and instead of divorcing, they talked to have a separation where everybody is gonna figure out their state of mind, rediscover themselves, and then if they were to divorce, then they divorce. But if they were to come back together, which they did, then well and good. So during that space of separation, the chick apparently now had that affair, okay? We don't know whether Will had an affair at that point or had someone else at that point. And my question is that even a thing? Taking a break from a marriage, taking a break from a relationship. So let me hear your opinions, okay? So yeah, karibuni sana. I'm just going back to say hi to everyone. And yeah, let me hear your opinions. Feel free to say what you think. Be as authentic, be as honest as you think you should be about this conversation, okay? Yes, that's all real talk is about. Talking your heart out, saying what you think, your opinions, everything matters in this conversation. So Anderson, hi, how are you doing? Karibu sana. Shirothionga, karibu sana. SCB Max, karibu sana. Luke anasema, hello, leo umevaa pete. I always have my ring on. Hujaiona? You don't look closely. Hi, John. Karibu sana. Hi, Paul. Wanjama, karibu sana. Brian anasema, okay, sawa. So Dantes anasema 16 locked. Thank you so much. Karibu sana. Thank you for joining us. Essie anasema, hey girl, my week imekuwa awesome. I thank God for his protection. Thank you so much, Essie. I'm so grateful that your week was good. We thank God for that. Abby Karumba, karibu sana. Patrick Hiltons, karibu sana pia. Brian anasema, he's called August. Thank you for reminding me. His name is August. So August is the guy Jada claims to have been entangled with. Okay. So Brian anasema, Jada's favorite month of the year. Okay. True. So Mother karibu sana. Patrick anasema, just checking in. Thank you for joining us. I need to hear your opinion on that story. And as usual, I have my drink with me in case my saliva runs out. Okay? So yeah. Let's do this. So what do you think about taking a break when you're in a marriage or when you're in a relationship? Are you for it? Are you against it? Feel free. Just type in there in the comment section. Let's engage. Let's have a conversation. Guys, your wife comes and tells you, you know what, babe, I think I need some space. I need some time to figure out, who I am. I feel like I'm losing myself. Can I take a break? What's your response? Hi, Winnie. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Mother. Hi, back to you. Thank you, John Esther. Anasema, fist bump to you. Steve Kamau pia, karibu sana. So, yeah, as usual, I hate having a conversation by myself. So, tafadhali, make it interesting. Let me hear your opinions. I'm not an expert. I'm not a therapist. I just provide a platform for people to talk. Okay? But as usual, I usually have my own points to drive home and something that can actually make you think as well. Okay? So look, anasema, I'm in for separation at a time. Okay? So look, at what point in your relationship do you feel like maybe you need to separate? Maybe you need that space. Give us an example of a situation. For example, what will cause you to think or to want to have that separation? Just a simple example that people can relate to. Patrick Hilton anasema, we need to see you take a wholesome take a wholesome sip. Sip of what? Of my drink. I'm gonna do that soon. I didn't get, but we will see about that. Wambo anasema Kuwait City watching. Oh, thank you. Kuwait is a country, a city. Thank you for joining us. I need to hear your opinion. Are people there as forward as kina Jada are? Because I feel like the problem here was not so much as that Jada had an affair with August. I feel like the problem came in when they decided to discuss it with her husband, you know. I feel like that is what the actual problem was. I feel like that's what most guys took for Will is not man enough, or to do something. Sorry guys, I hope that didn't affect much. Something happened. Okay, let me just explain something very fast, very quick. My son was using my phone and he downloaded this application. I am not yet sure which it is. And now ads are popping up anytime, anywhere. And sorry if it's gonna interrupt our life today, but I hope it won't. If I pause for a minute, just know I'm getting rid of the ads that are coming on the screen. But I need to hear that conversation. What was the main problem? Was it the fact that she actually had an affair with August, or the fact that Will took it like he did? Shida ilikuwa gani exactly? Because I need to know what we're talking about here. Are we talking about the fact that she actually did it and admitted to doing it to her husband and they are okay? Is that the issue, or the issue is that she actually did it? How do you feel about it? I know it shouldn't bother us, but it's something that could happen to either one of us, you know? It's something that could happen in your marriage, you know? I want to know, are you open to such things? So Patrick anasema, no, let me go back. Steve says, hi, Mwandishi, karibu sana. Mwandishi hodari, karibu sana. I need to hear your opinion as well. Steve Kamau anasema, hi Alice, hi, back to you. Patrick anasema, a quick one, a break. So it's an abomination. Why is it an abomination? Patrick, why is it an abomination? Like, why is it not permitted? I mean, you've been with someone for 20 years, seeing that person every single day, every single night, like you have been together. Do you think it's all swept throughout? Don't you think there is a point that we'll get and you're like, oh my God, I just need a month by myself? Is that an abomination? You know, I need to hear you say it. Shiko, karibu sana, thank you for joining us. Patrick anasema yes. Kalibus anasema hey, hi. Anasema no breaks. Okay, fine, I respect your opinion. Daniel, karibu sana, thank you for joining us. Steve anasema this ka break huku chini ya maji. If you make it clear, then it creates a lot of issues. What do you mean chini ya maji? What do you mean? Like, you just disappear on your partner and you don't explain and then you show up again? Is that what you actually mean? Because that's so creepy. I would rather somebody tell me I'm taking a break. I would rather than lack you for a month. I don't know where you are, or you're lying to me you're on a business trip. I mean, I feel like people should be open enough to have such conversations. Mitch, hi, how are you doing? Karibu sana. Luke anasema anacheka. And then Philip, hi, how are you doing? Rido Magda is here. Karibuni sana. So Petronila Njeri says, Alice, Rido mambo poa sana. Taking a break is just a polite way of ending up like Dada and Will. Ushawaisikia our parents saying, say, by the way, we should take a break from this thing to ready after a month tuone kutaendaje. Z, if it's not working, kanyaga. But what if you love that person so much? What if you love that person so much, but then you have been having other issues chini ya maji? Anyway, yeah, I totally agree. In an African setup, or in an African setup, that will sound outrageous. That would sound like an abomination or sort of immoral. It is a whole bunch of bad adjectives to describe it. But yeah, sure, our parents didn't take breaks. But that as well, our parents were not living in the era that we are living in. Our parents were not handling the same problems that we are handling right now. They were in their own generation, they handle the things their own way. You know, a lot has changed. A lot has evolved since the times our parents were dating or the times that they got married. Our parents could take domestic violence without even going to the police or caring a bit. You know, your neighbor will be beaten up, and the next morning all you could do is go check them up. Are you okay? Are you alive? And that's it, you know. And right now, even words, you know, abusive words, you find people are taking each other to courts. I was emotionally abused. Do you get what I mean? Like, we cannot necessarily compare ourselves to the generation of our parents. And in as much as we want to emulate them, in as much as we want our marriages to work like they just did, there's so many other things right now that affect our marriages. Sisemi na si justify breaks. I am just giving an opinion as per your opinion, okay? We can't really judge our marriages right now as our parents did, okay? Hapa ndo mtu anagongwa kofi, anapiga selfie, anaeka Facebook, anasema, oh, this is what I have to go through. This is the same era, the same generation. People are live. Like, ameweka simu pale, instead of using the phone to call 911, anaeka live, akichapwa na bwanake, mpaka anakufa, tukiona live on Instagram or on Facebook. Do you get what I mean? It's a different era. It's a different generation. And I feel like, given all those factors, given all those things happening around relationships, then we should also start considering other solutions to our problems, as opposed to vumilia tu juu ya watoto, vumilia tu. In our times, couples hawako wanauana as much as wanauana sai. Randomly, hata watu hawajawana, mtu ameua mtu kwa sababu alikataa, alituma fare. I really want to have a marriage as good, as amazing as my grandparents, but then we're going through shit they don't even know about. You get? So, yeah, kanyaga is an easy thing to say, but is it really the best solution given everything going on? And especially to those who have gone to the next level of having kids and, you know, living with someone for so long, the memories and all that. Kukanyaga is not usually like the easiest thing. And this separation, according to Jada and Will, they were trying to figure out whether they really want to divorce, whether they really want to kanyaga. Anyway, thank you for contributing. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we move on swiftly. Ben Larry says, if you want to leave, say you want to leave. Break is a breakup. Okay, I think you also agree with Petronilla in that matter, but think about what I just said. Think about what I just said. Winnie Williams anasema, to me, taking a break is just a matured breakup. All right. Thank you for your contribution as well. Jose Rob, karibu sana. Thank you for joining us. Kipru, karibu sana pia. And then we go to Wambo Stanley anasema, the moment you take a break in a relationship, it will never be the same again. It's better to solve issues and learn how to hold on. Okay, that's a valid point. That's a valid point. But let's look at it in this sense. Stanley, allow me to chambua your opinion. That's my job here, you know. So, taking a break in a relationship doesn't necessarily, by definition, it doesn't necessarily mean you move out, go live in a different estate as I live in another estate and, you know, see other people, I see other people. I feel like a break in a relationship means different things for different people, for different relationships, and for different purposes. You get? So, let me just quickly mention, not all the people who take breaks in relationship take it because they are in a bad relationship. Not everyone takes a break because they are tired of their spouse. So Jada's and Will's case was just one example. I know a lot of people who take breaks just because they are going through something and they feel like they need the space. They need the distance to think straight. Otherwise, akika kwa hiyo nyumba ataua huyo mtu. You get? The break doesn't necessarily mean you're really in a bad place. It could just be to figure out a few things. And I feel like on one side, fine, it could mean the end of your relationship, but on the other side, I feel like it could work best for both of you. I think. Because some people actually take breaks when they're living within the same house. You know, if you're rich enough to afford more than 1-2 bedroom house, you just live together, but you're not together for a certain period of time where you try to figure out things. And most often than not, people work things out, I think. I don't know. So Janesta anasema after 23 years you want to take a break. Not sure what that is, but sounds like it's something one can do. But a break to get on with someone else is what is the problem. Okay. True. So the mistake here Jada did is to act like she was single, even when it was just a separation and not an official divorce. I feel like that is what you mean, okay? Like, but I feel like the biggest mistake they made, the biggest mistake Jada and Will made is not laying out the ground rules of their break. Seriously, I feel like that was the only mistake they did. Because if they got back together, then they were able to achieve what they were going out to achieve. I feel, okay, let's talk of it like this. Breaks are different, okay? Like I said before, it could be a break to find yourself. You know, you can be so much into a relationship or into a marriage, you never think about you as a person. Yeah, everything revolves around us, to a point you feel like you're losing yourself. So some people take breaks to actually rediscover themselves. All right. Other people take breaks to be with other people in their lives who could be needing them more than their spouses at that point. Let's say my mom is sick and I need to take care of her and she can't come to where I live, so I will go to her place, God forbid. And during that time, now I have time to also think about other issues and such. That's also a break because I'm not with that guy, you know. And there are also those who take a break because they are rethinking the whole relationship. Especially this is not for the married. This is more or less for the people who have been dating for a while and they don't see the progress or they don't know where it's heading. If you start to rethink the relationship, then you find yourself, you can't think if you're with that guy. So you're like, give me time, let me figure it out. Then there's the other one who are trying to figure out, are we better together or apart? Let me give an example with a Kenyan couple. This social media sensation that was going all over, like about 2-3 years ago, the Just Jimit and Maureen Waititu. If you followed them during the time they were couples goals on the internet, on YouTube, they had dated for like over 7 years, if I'm not wrong. Was it 7 or even 9? I don't know. They had dated for the longest time as a celebrity couple, if I can call them that. And then they have 2 kids and the guy proposes even to her and they're about to get married and then boom, they're taking a break. Okay, so when they took a break, then we don't even know at what point in that break they decided it's over. And on one hand, I can see Jimmy has, gotten another girlfriend and decided to move on, which is quite okay because, well, it didn't work out for them. But the main reason they were separating is not because they didn't love each other. And you umekuwa na mtu for 7 years. Why are you not in love anymore? You get? So you're just separating to try and figure out, are we good together or apart? I feel like a break is not such a bad thing. It's just people are not open to it. So Mother anasema no break. Nasra Mohammed karibu sana. Brian Bernard pia karibu sana. Steven Moirore anasema I want you for life. Who? Oh Jesus. Anyway. Patrick Hilton anasema cool, this is an awesome issue to chambua, but before I give an insight, I would like to hear what would be or have been for those who have taken a break before. You mean your spouse or you? I mean the things you do during the break. Why would you want to come back? I suppose you come back because your breaks never worked out. Well, people, if you have gone through that, and I mean even when you were dating, if you're married now, chances are you haven't gone for a break. But when you were dating, there must have come a point when you called your partner or your boyfriend or your girlfriend and you were like, you know what, babe, I think we need a break. Let me tell you for a fact, the only time I ever told a guy I needed a break, I took the break and I went. I never went back. I never went back. It was, I need a break. I need to figure out schoolwork and I just gave some lame excuse and left. But that's not the point. I just wanted to get rid of the relationship, but I didn't want to hurt the guy. So I just said, I need a break and I left. So yeah. Kibera, hi, karibu sana. Thank you for joining us. Nick Ndego, pia karibu sana. Dekno says, taking a break determines if there is anything wrong in your relationship. Because if it is to take a break, anybody can take it right now, but you may end up losing somebody good in your future life. Okay, so what you mean is, it determines, when you take a break, it means there's something already wrong with your relationship, and you shouldn't take it for the fear of losing that person, right? Is that what you mean? I feel like that's what you mean. But then I will consider maybe staying with them before they figure out what exactly they want or what exactly is going on for themselves might make you live with an unhappy person for the rest of your life. I would think about that too. Chris anasema, I want to marry you. Sorry, I'm married. Patrick anasema, Alice Ritho, the way you're explaining this break to justify, get it from me, it's a scam. The best a couple can do is to have a retreat, okay, together. I think that's what you mean. A time away from the norms. This is nothing this is nothing like being too much into there's nothing, okay? There's nothing like being too much into a relationship. The more you're into it, the better. Okay. Mic down. Amenena. Okay, fine. That's a good opinion. So he says instead of taking the break apart, you take a vacation, sort of retreat, seek therapy or something, and just figure things out together. I got you, bro. I understand. And I hope somebody else agrees with you as well. Steve Kamau says relationships and marriage is always emotional. It might be difficult to define a break because either partner can interpret differently. Very true, which is what I'm saying happened in the case of Jada and Will. Maybe they said, let's take a break apart, stay apart, but nobody really said this and this is what you should and should not do, you know? Yeah, so if you want to do it right, then do it right from the start to the end. All right. Brownstone Maish, hi, how are you doing? Mohammed anasema break is to feel pain. What? Break is to feel pain to leave. So you don't want someone to feel the pain, so you just leave, okay? Patrick says to take a break is to COVID the relationship. So there is no cure after that. Okay, fine. John Esther says, but to be really honest, people take breaks all the time. But they are retreats, not breaks. Women comes, men comes, the church are practically full of them. Breaks imply pain. Okay. All right. Let me just do this. Sorry. Okay. So John Esther says it should be retreats and not breaks, where women go to camps and men go to camps. And yeah, churches are practically full of them. And for those who don't go to churches, John Esther, what of those who don't go to churches? What of those who have spiritual thingies going on? Anyway, I get your point and I really agree with that, honestly. So yeah, Julius Gidaiga, karibu sana, thank you for joining us. Joroge Zakaria, karibu sana, thank you for joining as well. Luis Leon, karibu sana, thank you for joining us. Oma anasema the real thing is looking for quality time together. Okay, fine. But I feel, okay, let me give an honest opinion. I feel like before it gets to the point when you're taking a break, before it gets to the point where you're telling your spouse you need a break from the relationship, it has already gotten too bad. You have tried every other thing. You know, you have talked to therapists, you have talked to elder people, you have tried everything to a point that you feel only time apart can heal. I don't know. Luke anasema sometimes you have to take a break from people you love, but that doesn't make you love them any less. Sometimes you love them more. A break a break may give a chance to each partner to reconstitute, but on agreement. Only better if you come to an agreement. Thank you for that, because that is actually the whole point, and I will put it down in very simple few points, because I don't want to drag this on for so long, because nobody is willing to give us their personal opinion, as in like experience. Guys, if you have ever needed a break, unaenda kwa nyumba yako, unaangalia bibi yako, unaona guy, if only I could get a week away, if only I could get a month away, or just a weekend away. You've never gotten to that point. That's what I'm wondering, because these people in this group are lying right now. You're lying. Hakuna siku ushai, the ladies in the house, hakuna time ushaifikiria ukajiona, okay, I wish my hubby can just go on a business trip Bali, just give myself time alone. Because that too is a break. It doesn't matter whether it's 48 hours or 48 days or a year, or just that need to have some personal time, that need to feel like you to figure out who you are as a person. Anyway, point is, as Luke said, I feel like distance makes the heart grow fonder. But before you all come at me and shout and tell me stuff, I'm not saying people should take breaks. All I'm saying is they can be beneficial if they are executed in the right way. How many guys have mipango ya kando? Let's be real right now, like real conversations. How many guys have mipango ya kando? Just not because they don't love their wives, not because their wives are the worst women in the world. How many men have mipango ya kando just because they have a place they can go and relieve themselves, like be themselves and not give a care about the world? How many? Because I feel like 90% of the guys who cheat, 90% of the husbands who have chicks out there, the reason they give is that it's too overclouding or overwhelming to be in the house. It's too monotonous. A lot of guys give that reason. And sex aside, some guys just go to their mpango just to have a quiet peace of mind. Let's be real. Let's talk it as it is. Okay? Instead of looking for someone else to go and quench that, why not take a break, both of you? Because wewe umeenda, you as a guy umeenda because you feel like the wife is blah blah blah, okay? But when you come back, the same issues are still there. So don't take a break because you're in a toxic relationship. Whatever toxicity that was there will always be there. It will find you there. Whether you take the leave for 3 months, for 6 months. Kama it's a toxic relationship, it's a toxic relationship na bado utapata. The issues are still there. Alright? So badala ya kwenda hiyo weekend moja unarudi Monday, stress bado zinakuanza tena mpaka Friday. How about both of you tell each other, you know what, babe, me, I feel this and that and that. I feel like we no longer communicate like we used to do. We are no longer as happy as we used to do in our first year of marriage. I feel like, and let me just point this out. If you ever need to take a break, don't tell your partner, we need to take a break. Because it's not them who wants the break. It's you. So if you're doing the break for them, or you're telling them you need the break, doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense. Like, it's you who need the break. So if you're doing it for you, then personalize it. Tell them, I need a break, okay? And by that break, now get into details about the do's and don'ts of your break. Are we gonna see other people? How often are we gonna communicate, or are we even gonna communicate at all? Okay, is this break, have a timeline, like a check-in date. After 4 weeks, we are gonna meet up, give progress, and decide from there on, are we gonna continue with this marriage, or are we gonna divorce? You guys, because I feel like divorce squeezing a piano ni kama pesa, si pesa. What is the easiest thing to just hand out? Like, yeah, I feel like people are making it look like marriages no longer matter. Like there's nothing to fight for within marriages, you know? And it's sad because maybe the issue that causes that divorce or that breakup is something that just needed them to be apart for a while, heal, and then get back together and keep the wheel. I mean, Jada and Will, that happened 4 years ago. They have been together for 4 years since. Going strong. I'm not justifying breaks. I'm just saying it could be helpful sometimes. So let me see. Janessa anasema men conferences. What about ladies? What are we supposed to do at that point? Because we think we are okay with you guys. Wewe uko nje unatoa stress zako na kapombe kako na nini, na sisi tunafanya nini na watoto wetu? Tumebaki huku mataani, hatuelewi, tuko na shida. I feel like it's important to communicate when you're taking the break. Usichukue chini ya maji. The only thing you do is be detailed, have a plan, okay? We are taking a break. Why? What is the end goal? For how long are we gonna keep communicating, okay, during this time that we are apart? Can I call you? Can I text you? Can we meet? Should we meet? What are we gonna tell our family, our friends, our kids? Are we allowed to see other people? To what extent do those relationships entail, you know? Am I allowed to go out with another guy? If I go out, am I allowed to be intimate with them? Have definition, like to the T. If anything, have someone witness it. I feel like that is a more legit way of taking a break. Because you agree, babe, we are in love, bado tunapendana, okay? We are not taking this break because we no longer love each other. We are taking this break because there has been so many issues, and I feel like the only way to think about them is if we are apart. Easy. I feel like it should be that easy. Kevin Amondi anasema, I doubt if taking a break can solve a problem. I feel like it can, actually. I feel like it. Hamjai kusana na bibi yako ama na girlfriend yako, and then you go out. Siku tu moja, hata si ulale nje. You go to the mall and you're shopping and you're talking to all these people and you're seeing these new things, and then ukikuja jioni, even the attitude is different. Even the tone yenye unamuongelesha is different. Na ukitoka asubuhi ulikuwa umejam yako yote, but ukirudi jioni uko too smooth, mnaongea ile issue, alafu uko like, "Ya nilikuwa nimejam hiyo kikombe by the way. Sorry." You know, you end up even apologizing. Nani walikuwa umekosewa. I feel like that small distance, not I don't want to see you for 2 months kind of thing. It's we need to do this together, taking the break together, you know? Not like COVID, like apart but together. Your design, like we are a couple, we are in love, let's take a break apart but together. Okay, fine. Patrick anasema over 80% of relationships will not have life post the break. Sure. Me, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Hi Kevo, karibu sana. Thank you for joining us. Anasema sifungue kanisa. I'll think about that. Na hii COVID, naona kama I can be a bishop or something. Anyway, Kevin Otieno anasema no break in a marriage. If it's not working, walk away and start your life once again. Marriage is not a contract with breaks. But a break is not like ending it. I feel like the more you normalize divorce, the more marriage lacks meaning. The more it becomes divorce. The moment you put divorce on the table as an option, I feel like that's it. Actually, for till death do us part pushes people to actually kill people so that they can be apart. Anyway, here is all I have to say. Anyway, after so much research, after reading it through, I feel like sometimes it's necessary to take a break. I feel like sometimes it works for the better of the relationship when the couple is clear. If you cannot agree on the simplest thing as the color of the paint on your walls, then you can't take a break. You can't. No, you can't. tuelewane hapo. If you cannot agree on the basic things, this whole break thing is too complicated for you. So watu kwanza wajijue, muelewane, okay? Once you understand yourselves as a couple, understand how much you can take, okay? Kama unashuku if you go apart you'll never get back together, take the retreat. Take the retreat together. See a therapist together. See a pastor if that works as well. Go for those camps together. Okay? If you feel like your love or your connection is not strong enough to hold you together. Sasa. But if you feel kama huendi your break kupotelea kitu, if you're not going away on that break to run away from the reality, if inevitably in your heart, juu tunajuanga hizi vitu. Me, I told you for sure. Me, I once told somebody I needed a break. Na kabisa nilikuwa nataka kwenda. I wish I had the guts, you know. I wish I had the guts to just tell them, you know what, it's over. Sikuwa na hizo guts, or I was too naive, or I was too much, I don't know. If you have something in your heart that tells you just want out, then walk out. If you feel like your relationship is something to fight for, take the break. Okay? Advice. That's my advice. Okay? So, can we move on? Martin, karibu sana. Thank you for joining us. Steve anasema, Alice, I'm seeing this as a lockdown. What? What is a lockdown? Hebu ni explainie Steve, sijaget aki. Wangare Mary, karibu sana. Thank you for joining us. Engineer Mukati anauliza topic. Oh, the topic is entanglements or relationship breaks and marriages and the perceived permitted cheating, where couples sit together and agree, you know what, babe, we have come this far, we have been good, but we have been fighting for the last 1 year, and I feel like we can take a month apart and figure out where we want to go with the relationship. Is it okay to do that? That is the topic. Is it okay to take a break from each other just to try and figure out the next step of your relationship? Or kama mbaya, kama ni kuenda, kama ni kubaki, ubaki na mashida zako. Yeah, so I need to hear your stories. I need to hear your opinion. I need to know what you think about the break. Have you ever needed a break in your relationship? Whether marriage or just dating. Have you ever felt like, or let me phrase it another way. In your previous maybe relationships, you are with someone and you feel like you would have made a different decision at a point in time if you were together. If you were apart. Yeah? For example, let's say in the house there's somebody who isn't married anymore, they are single, but they were so in love with their ex or something, and you feel like if you had made a different decision at that point, if you're apart, you would have made a different decision. That is my question. Are breaks good for you or bad for your relationship? Maish, Timo, karibu sana. Jessica pia, karibu sana. I can see you here. I need to hear your opinion. Do you need a break from your relationship? Is it okay to have a break? The Bodze Brian asema, the moment you tell me as a break, I look at other options. Vitu zingine tuachie tu wazungu. Thank you. Like I said, hii dunia ni kujijua na kuelewana. Knowing your models, knowing your peoples. Okay? Yeah, so personally, I know I wouldn't get a break. Whoa! Anyway. Maro, hi, how are you doing? Brian anasema, the moment you tell me we should take a break, okay, sorry. Kevin anasema, mimi nilipewa break na mke wangu 7 months down the line, can't trust her anymore. Mwanamke akijipea break aende kabisa cause inakuanga ngumu mwanamke kujilinda. What do you mean? Wait. What do you mean? That is so biased. That is so stereotype. That is so tuachie hapo. Linet anasema, Gilbert Papu, I think you're calling someone. Luke anasema, watu huku ni different. They have never experienced that ka feeling when you only need you yourself only around you. Hata family members hutaki kuwaona na kuwasikia. I know, Luke. I know people have never felt that before. Anyway, let's continue with the conversation. And we are asking, is a break a really good thing or is it a bad thing? Okay. Can we distance our emotions from it and our judgment from it and try have a sober, normal, non-judgmental conversation about that? Yeah. Is it okay? I'm having a cold kidogo. It has been a cold day. Sijui kaka jemka, it's that cold. Yeah. I feel like, look, let's talk about those people who need breaks. Have you ever seen the guys who go to clubs? Isipokuwa sahi kuna curfew. They go to a club and they don't go home until they are sure their wives are asleep. Ushaiona those people? And then you ask them, and then, or their friends, and everybody's usually like, oh, ameletwa shida nyumbani sana, hana amani nyumbani, hana. Instead of self-harm, instead of doing things to yourself that, are harmful, why not take a break and treat yourself right and then figure out, do I really need to be here? Do I have to be here? Am I here because I love this person, or am I here because I have to be? I feel like let's go back to dating phase. Okay, the reason why people don't have a lot of issues when they're dating, and it only dawns to them when they start living together or when they're married, I feel like it's because, you see, when you're dating, it's usually something like, hey babe, I'll see you Saturday in town. Okay, we go take pizza, blah blah blah. Then you go home, you go apart. It's usually a choice for you to text them. It's a choice for you to call. It's a choice you make deliberately, okay, because you want to feel connected. All right, we're good up to them. So dating, you can have the option of putting your phone on flight mode for an entire day and just focus on yourself and do stuff you like, watch a movie, and it's never an issue when you're dating. But then you get married. Hebu jaribu tu siku moja wewe kama mwanaume ama mwanamke put your phone on flight mode for an entire day. Siku mzima. Hata si siku mzima. Half day. You put your phone on flight mode. That is when you will realize a break is important. A break is necessary. Stop thinking of it like tunaachana twende tukaone watu wengine. Ebu think of it as a way for you to improve yourself, to find something, to find the purpose to love them, to retrace your steps back to why did I love this person in the first place. Because vitu nyingi zi happen by the way kwa marriage. A lot of things come. They play a role. Unaona huyu mse kila siku kitanda ni ile dining table ni ile mnakulia mahali pamoja, mnaogea bafu moja, to a point it gets you like mpaka saa moja jioni inafika akikuja home. I'm not saying that is where I am. I'm still on my early years of marriage and maybe I'm in a honeymoon phase. Mi hata akitoka na shanganga kai hata irudi sangapi. But I know there are people that get to that point, that routine. 20 years maze, ever think of Will and Jada at 20 years. 20 years of seeing a person arguing about the same things. Kids are there not agreeing on these things. I feel like it's a call upon you to go and rethink things. And given the fact that, if right now my mom called me and told me, you know what, Alice, I'm going to Mombasa for 1 week without your dad, I'll be like, oh, it's time, mom. It's time. It's been what? 30 years. 35. We are out of the house. Anyway, all I'm saying is, I just even forgot what I'm saying. I'm saying a break can be good for you guys. Lynette, hi, how are you doing? Karibu sana. Jerry anasema, how old are you? You give advice while talking of, I think. What? How old are you to give advice? Oh, how old are you to give advice? While talking of, I think. Jerry, I said again on the beginning of my Real Talk series, I don't talk about my experiences, which is why I call this a conversation platform. If only you could have given us an opinion, if only you could have given us an example, that would have been much helpful than questioning my intelligence. Anyway, I'm young and old enough to do research enough to come and triggers people conversation. Hi Magandu, how are you doing? So Lynn Mercy anasema breaks are good. It gives a relationship time to redefine its goals. Sometimes missing someone makes the whole difference of the importance of that relationship. Thank you. Thank you. Now that is a constructive way and we can move ahead. Anyway, as we continue, I want to talk about something so quick. And for those who are asking where I get my advice, I do a lot of research. This is something I'm passionate about. And trust me, therapists are there, and just because they study psychology in the class doesn't make them experts. Okay? So that's why I really ask respectfully for people to share their opinions, for people to tell us what they think, and I respect everyone's opinions on this platform. Okay? In the meantime, let me give you just a few rules if in case you ever need to take a break. Okay? In case you ever need to take that break from your spouse, 1, do some soul searching. Ask yourself why exactly you need that break. So once you find out why you need that break with your spouse, not alone, you can do it alone and figure out why exactly you need the break. Then sit down with your spouse, discuss with them, let them understand from your point of view why you need that break. 2, don't take the break to avoid toxicity. That is something that I already said. If you're being abused, if you're in a relationship that you're being abused, okay? If you're in a relationship where you're always arguing or you're always fighting about stuff, at some point, when the break is over, you're going to come back to the same thing. So if it's something you can talk about, if it's something you can discuss with your spouse and find a solution within, then I advise maybe go seek therapy. Sit down and talk. Go for those camps. Don't go away seeking a break from toxicity, because it will be there when you come back. So if you're leaving because of toxicity, just leave. If it's domestic violence, just leave. Okay? Don't stick around, take a break, think they are going to change. They are never going to change. Ever. So toxic people are toxic people. Narcissists are always narcissists. So don't try to take a break from a narcissist hoping that they will be better next time you're back. They will never be better. Okay? A narcissist will always be a narcissist. Second, establish the ground rules. Establish the ground rules. Like I said, how long are you going to take the break? Where will you be living? Should you be communicating? Your family, friends, children, what are you going to tell them? Should you see other people? Such stuff. Go into the smallest detail as when should you meet to discuss about your relationship and the way forward. Last but not least, be honest with yourselves. Like I said before, if deep down you know it's over, let it be over. Don't delay the inevitable. Don't delay the breakup. Kama hayezi. Kama huezani. Just call it off and I'm done. Done. Yeah, I'm done for today. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Alice Ridot, Patane hapo pia. I do some amazing stuff as well. So thank you so much for joining us. Unless you have a suggestion, you have an opinion, anything you want to tell me, I'm here, I'm listening. And yeah, it's a lovely night. So yeah. So bottom line, napenda kumalizia na bottom line. Bottom line is breaks is an existent thing. People take breaks every day. But they are different for different couples. They are taken for different reasons. They work differently for different people. That for whatever reason, I feel like if you ever get to a point in your relationship that you feel like it's the only option, do not be enclosed by the norms of the society. Do not be enclosed by what people will say, what people will think. If you need the break, take it. Okay? Just don't do something drastic and then you regret. Otherwise, I'm out. Have a lovely night and a lovely weekend. I will see you next Friday. Nzehia Makodi, Ako in the building. Thank you for joining us. You're late, but I would also want to hear what your opinion is. And yeah, so leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about entanglements, breaks, and permitted cheating, as people are calling it. I don't see how that is permitted cheating. Lay out your ground rules. No. Are people allowed? Okay. You can even go into details as much as, is it okay if I kissed someone else? You know? such stuff. And if you're gonna tell people about the break, how much are you gonna tell them? Because that's also another issue. Mimi nitaenda niambie mtu tuliona tu take break for a while juu ya issues. Hapana, tuliachana. Be specific about what you're saying. Hi. So a break is complicated. So badala ya break, wacha watu waende camp. Wacha watu waende therapy. And I feel like therapy is more complicated than breaks. Not a lot of guys, and especially you guys, not a lot of guys will kubali to go to a therapist. Aende akanike mashida zake huko nje. People are saying like it's an easy thing to do. Anyway, me, I'm just here to talk and help you think through things. Okay? If you need a break, take it. If you need therapy, take it. If you need camp, go for it. If a pastor will work for you, go for it. Just usiai let it get to the point you're committing suicide, or it get to a point where you're depressed, or it gets to a point where you hate your spouse as much as wanting even to kill them. Don't let it get that far. There are options, man. There are options out here. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Kamakawa, this is the real talk, and I really appreciate your presence. So till next time, bye.